So hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and yet here's another video, and today we are going to talk about part 3 of the Ds-260. That is the work experience, education and the training information. And without much ado, if you are new to this channel, make sure to click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you may be notified anytime I upload a video. And with that being said, let's start our video right away. Hello, welcome back, and today as usual we are on the part 3 of the Ds-260 form, and in this we are going to focus about the present work education training information. And this is about your present work, the education you have been through or any training. So without much ado, let's start away. So far we have been doing a lot, and as you can see on the left here, on the getting started, personal information, address, family, previous US travel, all that is done. And now we are on the work / education / training information. And now we have to start with the present work / education / training information. You have to provide all this information for this part. So to start with, the note. Provide the following information concerning your current employment or education. So on the first point, primary occupation. By this we mean about the basic work you work along every day and all that. So when you click the down arrow, it will bring selections, like farmer, teacher, all such selection, healthcare, and you have to choose. If you don't have, you have just to click others, and when you click on other, it will give you some selection. We are going to see it on just right away in a few minutes. So if you have your primary occupation, you have to select it and fill it there. Then you have to come down. In which occupation do you intend to work in the US? Yeah, this is just simple. When you migrate or when you alive or you land in the US, which occupation do you intend? Which occupation are you planning to focus in when you are there in the United States? The same, you have to click the down arrow. It will give you selections, like I said, farmer and healthcare, all that, even teaching and all that stuff. And you have to choose which one you feel you intend to be part of. And now we are going to see samples of how it looks like. So for example, the first question was primary occupation, and you went ahead, like you decide to choose agriculture. When on the down selection, you choose agriculture. So the other thing, and this applies to any of the selection you do, you have to come and okay, they provide you some details of the employer. You have to name the employer or the school, if it's a training or something. So provide the following information: present employer or school name. If you are employed, you need the employer's information, and if you are teaching, we need the school information and address and all that. So you have to start with present employer or school address. Address 1, you have to put at least 1. The second one is option, the city in which you are working, or the province. If you are not sure, guys, we agreed you should click on do not know, do not apply. Zip code also, if you are not sure, do not apply. But if you are sure, go ahead and drop it there. Then the country, of course, there is that country in which you are working and all that. So you have to click the down arrow and select the country in which you are working. The next question: do you have other occupations? If yes, you have to click on the yes, and it will give you again another selection like the first one, and you have to fill it all. So for this case, if you don't have, you click on no and continue. Then the other question: in which occupation do you intend to work in the US? Okay, most likely if you are doing some agriculture in your country, most likely you might choose the same, or even if you want some different, there's no problem with that. You can go ahead and select whatever you want. So you have to again click the down arrow and select whatever you want to do when you are in the United States and proceed. So here's another example of somebody who said yes, who has other have other occupations, other work. So do you have other occupations? If you choose yes, as I told you, You have to select everything again and again, the address of the employer and all that. If you have more, you have to go and clicking add another and add until you are done with all your occupations. Okay, then another issue is about what you intend to do when you see, like an example, do you have another occupation? If you still have more, you can go and select and choose. If you are a homemaker, you keep adding, and in case you are not sure, you can of one of what you have added, you can remove it. So it's that simple. So on the other part, in which occupation do you intend to work in the US? Now let's see several examples on that. So okay, for example, wait a minute, for the primary occupation, if at first you choose, like, okay, when you clicked the down arrow, you never found your selection, like what you are doing, or you don't have any work, you don't have any occupation, you can go ahead and click on down arrow and choose other. When you choose other, they will give you just a specification. You have to at least explain a little bit about what you do, and that is pretty simple. If you decide, like, if you are a farmer, like you are own, or you work your things out there, you are hustling for yourself, you can come decide on something here, then present employer, even you can put your brother or a friend, or that they will not go around following on that. So you can just fill somebody their address, just put some address you think about, or somebody, or if you are working for somebody, you can go ahead and just put, it's not that serious. Then the city, the province, as usual. If you are not sure, click don't apply. And the country, of course, country, you must be sure which country are you working, or where do you work. So do you have other occupations? Sometimes it's good if you just feel no and just continue. So now after, okay, sometimes in case you are not employed, so there are some guys out there who are not just employed, they are just there and they have nothing to do. So you have to come ahead and click on on this primary occupations section. You just click the down arrow and click that not employed. Then you have to explain a little bit there. Then forward, in which do you intend to work. Sometimes I don't think this is okay. Don't write don't not employed. You have to think something that you want to do when you get in the United States, and that will be pretty good. So the next I want to show you a sample of how you feel when on the intended purpose. On the intended purpose, if you see, for example, here you come and choose agriculture, you have to fill all the process, the whatever. Then another question, does this job require at least 2 years of training or experience? Like farming, yeah, sometimes there are some professional farming and all the agriculture thing. If yes, click yes. If no, you just click no. And if it's yes, you have to provide the job title and the duties, and also the date you started, the date you are employed, the date you joined that institution, the date you joined that job, the date you are employed. You have to fill starting from the day, then month, and the year, and employment date, the day you ended. Or if it's up to date, you can just go ahead and print the date you are on the day you are making this application, if you are still current there. Do you have other occupation? If you say no, done. No more question about that. Okay, in which occupation do you intend to work in the US? Now that's the second question, and now you can come ahead, and there are a lot of selection on the down arrow. And for you, I think, okay, it's up to you. I don't advise somebody to choose something, but you can generally choose business or just anything. There are a lot of options on the down arrow option, and there are like healthcare support, farming, agriculture, and all that, business. So it's up to you. Choose what you want. So for example, this one is about business. Then you just proceed. When you proceed, and there is, do you have other occupation? Yeah, wait, let's proceed. So in which occupation do you intend to work in the you choose business. When you are like what you intend to do in the US, they don't have to ask you anything more, so they just leave it on that point. If you choose what you intend to do in the US, you choose whatever you choose, it's just stop there and nothing more to add on that. So the next one will be about the, please provide the following information. Question one, were you previously employed? If you guys go ahead and click on no more question about that. And have you attended any education institution at secondary level or above? You see, this is about the education part. And guys, for you to feel for you to qualify for DV Rotary, you have to be over high school diploma certificate. You must have that. And so if you come here and say no, it will be okay. You must have maybe employment based, you may criteria that you are using. So you must be over 2 years of experience in working industry. So in case you apply, you click on no, both of them, no more question, you just go to the next. But if at all you go ahead and click on the, yes, you have to provide everything about the education and all that. For example, let's talk about somebody who comes and clicks on yes. As you can see, were you previously employed? You click yes. So you have to fill the employer's details from the employer name, street address, all the employer's address. As you know, this has been done several times in this document. So also you have to put the telephone number, then the job title. Supervisor, but this is not a must. You can just go, do not know if you're not sure, but you can just go ahead. If you can remember everything, you can just drop them there. Then the employment date, from when did you get employed in that company, so you have to come and put the date, you put the month, you put the year, and employment date too, the day you ended your contract, or if you are still working, just put the current date here, the day, month, and the year. So we proceed, and if you have several of them, you can come and click add, and just the same procedure, fill the next address of the next employment or something like that. So the next question, have you attended any education institution at a secondary level or above? By this it all means that if you click yes, have you high school level, degree, masters, PhD, have you attended any education institution at secondary level or above? If you are from high school, it's okay, click yes, and then you can name the number of the institution. If you did the high school, that is the secondary school, then you went for the university or college, the number of them, just type it here. Then provide the following information on the education institution at a secondary level or above you have attended. By this, you have to start name of the institution, address, you just provide the full address about the institutions. And also you have to add something here, the date you joined the institution, the month and the year, and the date you finished, the end of the institution, when you left the institution. And if you are still there, you can still highlight the date, the current date, and continue. If you have several institutions, you just click on add, and if you make a mistake, you can still remove. So guys, I hope you are still together. So we continue for another example, and here it is. Were you previously employed? You just fill out everything. Then about the education institution, you can choose yes, add them, and if you are sure, you can add all of them, even if they are 4 or 5. If you have a degree, diploma and all that, keep adding all of them. You don't have to worry about that. There is sometimes some issue come like here. Were you previously employed? Yes, you just fill the address. Then one question here, does this job require at least 2 years of training experience? If you are employed, were you trained like for 1 year, 2, 3, 4, or it was just a simple job without any training? And you have to answer correctly. If it's no, then you have to highlight the duties in which you are working. But if it's yes, you just have to click on the yes button and proceed. Have you attended any secondary institution? Yeah, if it's no, you just proceed. There's no more questions. So we go to the next, and it's here. Are you previously employed? Yes. You proceed and highlight everything there. Then, have you attended an educational institution at secondary level and or above? Yes, you have to fill all of them there. Okay, and we continue. So, to add more on this, you can be you can come up to at this point. Provide the following work, education, training related information. Provide complete and accurate information to all the questions required and explanation. Okay, have you traveled to any other country or region within the last 5 years? That is simple. Yeah, it's about work and education. You might have worked in a foreign country or something like that. So if you have worked or you have traveled, yeah, in the last 5 years from the day you are making this application, you have to click yes. But if you have not traveled to any other country, just click on the no button. So without much ado, let's continue. I have some notifications coming here. Sorry for that. Okay, have you ever served in the military? Yeah. Have you ever been to the military? So guys, this is just simple. It's a matter of yes and no. If it's no, go ahead and click no. But if yes, you have to make some additional information. So have you, like example, have you traveled to any other country, region within the last 5 years? If you click yes, you have to write the country. You have to select the country, the number of countries you keep on adding and highlighting them. Have you served the military have you ever served in the military? If yes, you have to select the country or the region, the branch of service, the rank you are, the military specialty, then the date of joining the military, and the date of service to the end of date. Even if you are still there, go ahead and click the current date. You keep adding. If you have several, like you have been in the army for many countries, several departments and all that, keep adding them. So we continue on the other part. So let's continue. Like, have you ever traveled to another country? No. Have you been in the military? No. Okay, another question. Have you belonged to, contributed to, or worked for the professional, social, or charitable organization? The charity work and organization such. If yes, go ahead and click. And if you click yes, you have to provide the name of the organization. If no more question, you just proceed. Do you have any specialized skills or training such as firearm, explosive, nuclear, biography, chemical? Okay, but this is, do you have any knowledge about, the explosions, the bombs, the missile, any, all those stuff? Do you have firearms? Do you know how to operate a gun? If you have any skills on that, you have to click yes. If it's no, it's no. If it's yes, you have to explain further. If it's no more question and proceed. Have you ever served in a beam of member of or have been involved with a parliament unit, vigilant unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, or insurgent organization? Okay, by this they mean that have you been be in the parliament in your country, or have you ever been in a rebel group, those rebel group and all that, guerrilla group? These are just somehow illegal groups and all that. If you have been, sometimes you have to put yes, or in case you are not, just click no. If it's yes, you have to explain, but if it's no more question. Can you speak or read languages other than your native language? You see, if your native language is English, okay, can you speak Arabic? Can you speak other language? If there is, you click yes and you have to state the language. If it's no, you click on no and no more question and proceed. So, like example here, have you ever traveled to another country within the last 5 years? If yes, you see, you have to highlight it and add it. Then, have you ever been to the military? You have to add all of them. Each time, anything that you click yes, you have to add at least a little bit of explanation. Do you belong to a community, worked for the professional, social, charitable? You see, name of the organization. The number, if you have 3 or 5, keep adding and name them. Do you have any specialized skills in training such as firearms and all that? If you click yes, you have to highlight the skills or training that is involved in your category. So we proceed. Have you ever served been in a member, the parliament thing, the guerrilla group and all that? If you click yes, you have to explain. Anything you click yes, you have to explain. But for the no, don't have to explain anything. The same as the language. If you have another language, if you can speak another language, yes, you have to list the number of languages on that section. Then we continue on this part. We continue now. If you have traveled, you have to fill all those things. You have to, if you click no, you just have to continue. And with that being done, I think that is the end of the part 3 of the Dss-260, and that was about the previous work stroke education stroke training information. And without much ado, next video we are going to look about the petitioner information page. That is the person who helped you or who filled the the DV Rotary for on your behalf. And if you don't have to worry. So that will be the next video. So for this one, so far I can see we have highlighted from up to the work education and training part. So we still have like one petitioner security background and social security number, 3 more. I'll be making maybe 2 more videos. I don't know, I'll see about it. So I hope you are good at that point, and if you don't understand anything in this video, please go ahead and drop your question on the comment section. In the few days I've been receiving question, and I'm really grateful for that, and I'm still dropping some answers below. So I hope you guys are well, and see you in the next video. Remember to subscribe and click the like button. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.